Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. It's been a minute, but we're never going to stop talking about fights. We are going to get into Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena. Quick breakdown to the point. I pretty much wing these, just like talk off the cuff, my honest opinions on how these fights might play out, weaknesses and strengths, paths to victory. Let's get into it. All right, so Islam Makhachev relinquished or was stripped, whatever narrative you believe, of the lightweight belt, and he is on the hunt, on the chase for the 170-pound welterweight title. The current champ right now, welterweight, is Jack Della Maddalena. This is an intriguing fight, man. So many variables and question marks. Islam Makhachev has been utterly dominant at lightweight, taking over the mantle of king of lightweight from Khabib. I consider him Khabib 2.0. I've actually been said that years ago, but it seems like it's a thing now, a term. He's always had the potential to be a better, well-rounded mixed martial artist than Khabib. That's because Islam, he doesn't strike to survive, to then take the fight to his world where he's more proficient grappling. He keeps the fight standing because he is proficient and dangerous in striking as he is on the mat. So he's like a whole other animal, like a Khabib 2.0. Now, Khabib may be better at pure wrestling and grappling, but I think the difference is marginal. They're pretty comparable and close on the mat. When you factor in that Islam Makhachev has some pretty solid defense and offense on his feet, I think he's just a better fighter overall. You can argue and say, hey, Khabib never lost a round except maybe that one against Conor, the third round. He was dominant, never lost. Yeah, I mean, but it's not that cut and dry, man. You have to look at like the total level of competition, the way these guys fight. Do you chase the finish? Do you fight safe? I think Islam fights, for the finish, whether it's standing or on the floor. Fighting like that's going to put you in danger. You're going to have more competitive matches based off of putting yourself in positions that might make you vulnerable. So in some sense, you could say Khabib has a better fight IQ to an extent, but I think Islam is a better fighter. That's my opinion. Now, Islam is a pretty big lightweight. He's always been a lengthy, long lightweight. Certainly looked like he can put more in his frame and be a welterweight. And I think the cuts were getting to him to make lightweight, hence the move to welterweight, chasing greatness there. Jack Della Maddalena is a serious threat. I mean, proof is in the pudding. He's the champ right now. He had a competitive fight against Belal Muhammad. I mean, hey, props to Belal Muhammad. I know a lot of fans don't really care for him too much, but he stood there and banged it out with one of the best strikers and boxers in the sport right now. Jack's boxing is, man, it's nice, man. It's really crisp. There's a few guys out there that display just like beautiful striking. Boxing in specific, Jack is one of them. Ilia Topuria is another. You got some OGs like Dustin Poirier. I mean, phenomenal boxing. But yeah, Jack's boxing is just, it's pretty, man. It's really clean. Great body work, excellent mechanics, really talented striker. And he displayed, proficiency on the mat against Belal Muhammad in terms of like wrestling, takedown defense. And I think overall, submission grappling. How does he stack up in the grappling department against Islam Makhachev? I mean, I think Islam is certainly a better grappler. He's a better wrestler, a better submission grappler, in my opinion. Who's the better striker? I'm going to say Jack Della, without question in my mind. Does that mean that Jack can't submit Islam? No. Does that mean that Islam can't knock out Jack on the feet? No. It's MMA. Things happen when you compete at the highest level. At the elite level, it's a game of inches. Pretty much all of these guys are good in many facets of the game. So they can both stop each other on the feet and on the mat, but their strengths cut and dry. Jack Della with the striking, Islam with the grappling. That's their bread and butter for the most part. Is size going to be an issue? I think it's a factor. Jack Della's a big guy. He's more suited to welterweight in my opinion, but I do think that Islam Makhachev is like freakishly strong. There's something about a lifelong grappler, man. Years of grappling, pushing, pulling, tugging, throwing. You strengthen your bones, your tendons. You know how to use your body. You know how to use leverage, which makes you feel like 2 times stronger. Islam Makhachev is all that. I think the dude is hella strong and he knows how to grapple so well that he's going to be just fine in the strength department, not get bullied around by Maddalena. But when you have a smaller guy, a naturally smaller guy, competing against a bigger guy, always it's going to be like an uphill battle for the smaller guy to match strength with the bigger guy, if that makes sense. Islam's going to have to exert more energy to rise up to the strength level of Jack Maddalena. Just how it is. You got to carry the bigger guy's weight. You got to move them around. Typically, the bigger you are, the more potential there is for strength. You're not always stronger because you're bigger, but often you are. I think with this fight, the longer the fight stays on the mat, you have to give the advantage and edge to Islam Makhachev. If Islam is able to easily take Jack down, maintain top position, work him over, ground and pound, it's going to be a long, ugly night for Maddalena. If the fight stays on the feet, the advantage has to go to Jack. And I would say that Islam's more in danger than Maddalena. So cut and dry, simple strategy. Jack Della Maddalena should keep the fight standing because he's going to have the biggest advantage there. Islam Makhachev should not be afraid to strike. Don't look desperate to get a takedown. Don't put that vibe out there because Jack is going to smell that blood. It's going to give him confidence. It might change the dynamics and momentum of the fight. And he's going to really come after Islam with the striking. So you have to pose a threat. You have to be comfortable on the feet. And I think Islam is at that point right now where he would be, which is important. But I think it's imperative that he's able to mix it up, get those takedowns, and take the fight to where he's best at. Is this fight going to go long or is it going to go short? Tough to say. I think the quicker finishing ability, I'm going to say, goes with Maddalena, and that's due to the striking knockout threat. Islam could also get it done in the first round. You never know. I don't think it'll be by KO. I think it'll be via submission. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I think it's certainly going to go past the first round. I think this is going to be a battle. I think it's going to be super competitive. I think the skills are there for Islam. It's just a matter if the transition to welterweight works out for him. Is the added size and muscle going to slow him down and make him gas out? If it doesn't affect his physical performance in any way, I think Islam is going to do very well. I'm going to make a pick for this fight. I kind of talked about the path to victory already. A little bit torn on this one. I could see it going either way. Logically, you probably got to give it to the bigger man, the guy that's more accustomed to competing in the weight class. That's Jack Della Maddalena. But Islam is so good, you just can't count him out, and styles make fights. Jack has made improvements in the wrestling and grappling, but is it going to be enough to keep the fight on the feet? Is Islam good enough on the feet to not get sparked out by Maddalena? A lot of questions, man. I think Islam's good enough to move up and win this fight. But I think it's going to be a hard fought, back and forth, super dangerous fight for him. It could go either way. I will make a pick. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say Islam Makhachev 51-49. That's my ratio. Super close, man. I could see a decision via good exchanges on the feet. Islam scoring takedowns, scoring points there, ground and pound. Of course, scoring with the takedowns. Jack surviving. Wash, rinse, repeat, and Islam winning a decision. I can see Islam also getting a finish, rear naked choke, Darce choke, finding something on the mat after softening Maddalena up. On the flip side, I can see Jack catching Islam with something, Islam getting too confident on the feet. Maddalena is very slick and he's very dangerous striking. He's super comfortable there. I think Islam has to apply the well-rounded pressure. The threat of the takedown has to be there. I think he should try to get Jack against the cage, work his takedowns from there, not out in the open. Maddalena, keep it center, keep the fight standing. If you do get taken down, pop up right away. Don't accept the takedown. Whether or not he can get up off the mat after getting taken down, that's going to be a big factor of how this fight goes. But guys, final pick, I'm going Islam. I'm sure many people are not going to agree with that. We're going to see how this one plays out. You guys let me know in the comment section who takes this fight. How do they do it? Appreciate you watching the segment or listening. If you like the content, help the channel out, hit that subscribe button, like the video. We'll be back with some more breakdowns, some more mixed martial arts combat content. And until then, my friends, you all take care. Later.